Hey, Sharyq here. Welcome back to the CAD series. Today I'm being joined by Jay.
Hello, I am here as well.
We decided that for intermediate part design, since it's a pretty big topic, we want to combine our knowledge together to discuss this. I'm sharing my screen with him over Discord, and we're going to be talking about uh, how to use certain tools to your best advantage.
Yeah, and like as well as just how these tools work on top of that.
Yeah. Okay, so I already have CAD open, and I have two empty part design files. Today we're gonna try being creative, and I'm gonna show you how to make a yo-yo using tools we have here, mostly to create and modify tools. We'll get a little bit into the pattern tools, but later on I'll explain. Me and Jay will talk about like how you need to explore a little bit with CAD.
Yeah. And the big thing that is going on with since we have two part designs open is we're going to show you how to do it in two different ways, and you will see one of them is a much better way. So it's most of part design is just doing this and learning how to design parts in the better way and not the bad way.
Yeah. Okay. To start off, let's make a new 2D sketch. I'm gonna start off on the XY plane, and I'm gonna grab the circle tool. I'm going to start from the origin, and I'm going to drag this out, and I'm going to make this 1 inch.
Pretty small yo-yo shark. You sure you want to only make it 1 inch?
This is just going to be the centerpiece.
Okay.
So I'm going to press finish sketch here, and now we're going to talk about some of the major tools. One tool that is I almost always used in 3D sketching is the Extrude Tool. I don't think I've not used it once when I've made parts. So I'm gonna go into
It's pretty
here.
ubiquitous.
Yeah. So how long do you think the distance should be? Like zero point 0.5? Does that?
If this is just the middle bit of the yo-yo, it's just like holding the string, so maybe a 1/4 inch.
Yeah, 1/4 inch. That. Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Now we got that. Let's go home. Now I'm gonna start another 2D sketch. Go over here. I'm gonna do the same thing and make this even wider. Let's make this uh, 3 inches.
Sure. Yeah. That's probably about right. It's about right.
Okay. And then let's go to the extrude this face out. Uh, let's make this.
Point 4. 1 inch is a bit much.
Yeah, point 0.4. Let's go for point 0.4. Now,
Yes. Input.
if we go rotate around the sides, you can see the yo-yo base is like this. Now, what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna use the mirror. We're gonna grab a feature. Uh, we're gonna uh, choose a plane. I believe it's X Y.
You.
I think I screwed up a little bit,
Yes, you
but
did.
I think I should let. I think I should go back to this extrusion
Yeah.
right here and press at the middle, so that way, now the two
Problem
yo-yo,
solved.
yeah, the yo-yo base.
And do you want to go back to that and show how you can edit features after they're done?
Yeah. So if you want to go back to a feature you've already done, you want to double click on the thing you want to edit, and it'll bring you back to that menu. Like I went back to the extrusion menu, and I changed it from being default to being symmetric, so that way it extrudes an equal amount on both sides. And this can
Yeah.
go for many things. Like you can go back and edit sketches. You can go back and edit surfaces and planes. And yeah, so now we've created a nice basic yo-yo base. If you would like, you can go over here using the fillet tool to make a curve. You can set this to point 0.2 if you want to like make the curve nice and circular.
Oh, you always got to do the fillet. The fillet makes it look nice.
Yeah. Uh, if you want to do pretty much half the radius of the extrusion, like for the extrusion we did zero point 0.4, so the radius I use is zero point 0.2. So that way, when I apply
And
it, it's nice and circular and it looks very yo-yo like.
it's true. You
Okay.
may want to round off those inner ones just a little bit, not to the same degree, just so they aren't sharp and child hurting
Yeah.
like they would be.
Yeah, let's do like maybe 0.15.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's do it on the same other side as well.
And there.
Yeah. And as you can see, we have made a yo-yo. So if I didn't do much explaining throughout that, you just like kind of heard B&J's like thought process. Basically, we made a sketch of a circle, extruded that, made another sketch on the other side of the plane, and extruded that, and then mirrored that on the other side. Did I miss any step?
And then we made everything all nice and curved. But
Yeah.
past that, yeah.
So so basically, as you go through CAD, you want to use your tools as best as possible. So now I'm going to show you
Yeah.
that
And
the
so
method that was
that was the bad way.
that was the slow method. So we're going to go into here, make a new sketch on the XY plane. Now instead of making two circles, I'm going to make uh, I'm going to make two rectangles. I'm going to make this 3 inches.
It should be 0.5, 3 inches. That's gonna have to be up less.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be up more?
It would be up more. You're right.
Yeah, because
It should be 1.5 inches. Unless
one
you're doing it. No, you're doing it. You're doing it a different way than I'm doing. Keep going. You're right.
So 3 inches on this side and 3 inches on the other, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of square.
Sure. Yeah.
This is going to have slightly different dimensions, and if you're trying to copy what I'm doing at home, you may want to like edit it a little bit. But this method would be faster if you're trying to make a model faster.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to grab the rectangle tool and kind of figure out how to get some nice dimensions. I'm thinking like 1.75 here, and then from here, 2 inches seems good.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have this. It's not necessarily even, and if you're doing this not fast, I'm sure you would want to keep it a bit more even. But now, instead of using the Extrude tool, I'm going to try using the Revolve tool. The Revolve tool is much like the extrusion tool, but instead of just extruding straight, it will like go circular.
Extrude in a circle. It's really cool and really nice.
So I'm going to select a profile. Actually, let's select this axis, select profile. Why is this not working? I was doing this earlier.
This is a very good question. This is unfortunate. Just try starting over with. Wait, try extruding. See if that'll work. See if it's a thing with just Revolve right now, or if it's a thing with our shape. So it's not a thing with the shape. So just try again.
So, okay, profile. Okay, it was just glitching
You're
out.
still on extrude. No, you're not. You're not. I'm stupid. You're right.
And boom. As you see, we basically created what we did here in a shorter amount of time. Sure, this is much more uneven, but
you could make that even pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like, you could use a bunch of lines as opposed to some rectangles, and you could make it the same thing. You could even fill it in, even do the filleting in the sketch, and then not even have to worry about that in 3D.
Yeah, or even like you could a good method I like to do is using points as measurement to check like how far I want to go in on both sides. So like say if I went back to the other sketch, I could check how I want to check like I want to go like 1/3 way in. I would like calculate 1/3 of 1 inch and then go that distance in on both sides. And then from there I could draw the rectangle and it would have even on both. It would be even on both sides.
Yeah, and it would look very nice.
Yeah. So the point of this exercise was to show you that you want to use your tools smart. You want to know how to completely use your tools. I know it was kind of bad when I kind of Revolve was glitching out and it kind of seemed like I was being an idiot. But you want to go through that like testing progress, because while you're doing CAD, things are not going to work out the way you want it to. So you're going to be doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Now, uh, it's time for a slightly important talk, and I'm going to talk from my experience, and Jay may do a little bit of his own. But like,
Yeah.
this tutorial series is meant to be more like a resource to teach you how to use these tools, like the Extrude Tool, the Revolve Tool, the Fillet, the Mirror. Like, that's what this video is, like, just showing you how to use these tools. It's up to you to like explore around with these tools. From my own personal experience, tutorials weren't my primary way of learning Inventor. I personally learned like just by experimenting around with Inventor and just doing weird stuff with it. I watched at most 4 tutorials for it.
Yeah. So I go to, yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
now. I did more tutorials, but same thing. Like what we're trying to do here is Inventor is a really obtuse piece of software that's kind of hard to learn your way around. Our aim with these tutorials is to get you up that learning curve, and then you can start playing with the software and learning how to do stuff on your own. Like my favorite way to learn is I'll just like be like, I want to design that, and it'll be totally out of my skill level, but I'll just keep at it and do a lot of experimenting and Googling. And it takes a lot of time, but then I finish it and I'm like, oh, I know so much more now.
Yeah, as Jay was saying, like, I think the best way to learn CAD is by making things that you want to experiment with, like making something completely out of your skill range. Like, here's an example of like when I was getting back into 3D modeling, I decided to make this bike, and it taught me a whole lot about 3D sketching, doing sketches on weird axes, surfaces. It I I believe I have the link to the video. I can put it in the description. It's very much uh, like the video we just made now. It's not organized. It's very much us doing a quick and dirty thing just to make a point. But just being able to see his process of thinking is really nice. And I think that's the point of this video. It's not like a traditional tutorial. I wouldn't even say this was one of our best tutorials at all. I don't.
No.
No, this was, but
But
I feel like this
I,
tutorial gets the point across.
I think it's a good thing of showing you how you want to go about trying to learn part design and how it's mostly just a thing of you gotta do it yourself to some extent.
Yeah, because if you're just watching the tutorials but not really going along with them or even experimenting outside the tutorials, you're not gonna learn much from this. It's
No.
it's very important that even outside tutorials that you experiment around with CAD. Like this tutorial about the yo-yos, I was is experimenting with the extrudes and what would be a good way to show uh, the best way to make things and like how you have to think when doing CAD.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do you take away from this video? First of all, how to use the extrude, revolve, fillet, and mirror tool. How to use some basic sketching tools, and that you need to experiment around in Inventor.
Yeah.
Anything I miss?
I don't think so. And the other thing we should say is since this was kind of a weird video, we are having the next video in the series actually is a video talking about I did this video is a video talking about what each of these tools in the 3D model tab do. And that's kind of a video you may or may not have to watch. I suggest you do just because there are a bunch of really useful tools in this tab that we did not go over in this video.
Yeah,
I'm looking at whole for one thing, definitely, and thicken's pretty useful, and combine and shell. There's a lot of useful ones. It's just what's the
personally,
important thing here.
for the create and modify, I personally used extrude, revolve, hole, fillet, and thicken the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't even touch hole or thicken. So, honestly, yeah, that resource video that's coming out will be very good. Not all the information you may need or think you need, but it's good to have a good documentation on to know what you can do, because that way you have a good sense of how to use your tools. Uh, I know this was, again, a weirder video and very much me and Jay kind of ranting, but I feel like this was a good video to make a point across.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and see you in the next video.